Hello and welcome to White Glove Reviews. In this video, with the end of the season approaching relatively quickly, I thought it might be interesting to talk about what's a reasonable price to pay to rent power for the end of season. And based upon my experience the end of last season and the addition of the auto renting feature on Peak Monsters, I think rental prices are going to be kind of crazy. They got relatively crazy last end of season, and I don't necessarily think everyone had fully adopted the auto renting thing yet. So what I want to do is I want to look at the potential payouts for the end of the league, and also what it costs you, or what's the most you should pay to actually rent into a league. So first of all, let's look at the league payouts. Now, I'll include links in the description to all this stuff. So if you take a look at this chart, this shows you the payout for the leagues. And for the most part, I think you should just ignore the Bronze League. And the reason I say you should ignore Bronze League is a while back, they updated the payouts for Bronze. And as you can see, like for Bronze 3, there's only a 10% chance of a card. Bronze 2, 20%. Bronze 1, 30%. And once you get into Silver 3, the payouts are what you would kind of call normal. Now, these payouts got worse in that they stopped paying out DEC for, I want to say Bronze 2 and Bronze 3, but at least Bronze 3 I know. So anyway, I don't remember exactly that. But the point being, I'm pretty sure you want to be in Silver. You want to be at least Silver 3 as like your minimum target. Otherwise, it's probably just not worth it. So what I did was I made a spreadsheet. And let me show you. So this is the spreadsheet. Now, what I wanted to figure out is the max you wanted to pay per DEC at the end of league. Basically, it's like DEC per collection power. And currently, the expected value or the estimated value of a chest is sitting at 55 DEC. Now, the reason I don't have anything for Bronze 2 and Bronze 3 here is because I don't think the EV is accurate for that, because you're losing the big percentage of the cards. And you're comparing cards to credits and DEC to credits, and it just kind of gets messy. So if you look down here at the chart, though, for Silver 3, you're required to have 15,000 collection power. The end of season rewards chest is 12. Your daily reward is 2. So if you're only getting rewards for Silver 3, then the max collection power, the most per collection power, I'm saying it wrong. The most DEC per collection power you want to pay is 1 DEC for 23 collection power. That's the max. Beyond that point, the EV gets bad. And for this one, it's like this has the end of season rewards plus 1 daily quest, and it's 19. And end of season rewards plus 2 daily quests, it gets down to 17. And these are the rest of the numbers. And it's kind of interesting. Like, one thing that I noticed that sort of surprised me is if you look, Silver appears to be the best bargain because it's reasonable to pay the most per collection power. And as you go down, it actually gets worse. Like the value of your DEC to collection power gets worse. And it gets worse up until you get into Champion. And in Champion, it starts to go down. And I'm assuming the reason for that is because all 3 levels of Champion require the same collection power. And the chest rewards go up. So this is kind of what you should pay max. Now, this whole thing has a giant sort of asterisk or star beside it, because you're dealing with the expected value of the chest, not the actual value of a chest. Now, what the EV means is if you open 1 million chests, you would expect the average of those 1 million chests to average out to roughly 55 DEC worth of rewards or profit, or however you want to put it. The problem with that is every time someone opens up a gold, Uraeus that's worth like $100, it makes, I don't know, something like 200 chests basically worthless, because that one Uraeus uses up so much value, so much of the expected value, it just crushes the value of the other chest. So the problem here is with the quantities of chests you're looking at, each chest is kind of like a lottery ticket or a raffle ticket, that kind of thing. If you open a small number of chests, you can reasonably expect to not get the EV, unless you, but the flip side of that is if you open one chest, you might get lucky and pull out, you know, a gold foil Jin Oceanus, the big blue one that's worth like $500 or $600, and that destroys your EV in a good way. But for every time that happens to somebody, there's, you know, 1,000 plus people who open their chest and they get one DEC or a potion. So if you look at perfect distribution, this is the max you should pay. But realistically, unless you think you're going to get lucky, it's kind of a losing game. So I suspect gone are the days where you can get like 400 collection power for one DEC, because based upon my rentals just lately, you do good getting above 100, and that's kind of a luck of the draw kind of thing too. So anyway, I hope this information gives you at least a little bit to think about, because it looks like if you're looking at things, it looks like renting into Silver 3 is your best value, because it's the lowest collection power per return. That being said, though, renting into Silver 3 for too much is still probably going to cost you resources, DEC, whatever you want to call it. So, I don't know. I can tell you that my current plan is I have a main account, and due to all my experimenting and renting and trying things out, I think I have about 5 or 6 alt accounts. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, like, I think all my alt accounts are at least have enough rating to get into Silver 3. And so my plan is I have enough collection power in my main account to allocate, I think, 5 Silver 3, at least 5 of my little alts to Silver 3. So that's my plan. I'm gonna allocate enough collection power from my main account to my little alts to get them into Silver 3 and open the chests. The problem is I don't even know, like, that's one of those things, like, I don't necessarily think that's the best choice if you're trying to manage your resources most profitably, because you might be better off just renting. Because the thing is, like, if you can get better than 23 collection power, better than 23 DEC per I'm saying it wrong. If you can get better than 1 DEC per 23 collection power, like say you can get like 15 to 1 or something, then it is more profitable to rent those cards than roll the dice, assuming you can rent all of your cards, of course. It's better to do that than roll the dice and, you know, try your luck at chests. So in my case, I'm kind of just, I'm probably, if rental prices go as crazy as I suspect they will toward the end of that day of last day of league, I'm probably losing a few DEC here or there to open the chests. But the flip side is you're paying a little bit for the enjoyment and the excitement of opening chests. So again, when you're doing your, like, how does this benefit me? What's the better choice? Seeing is how there is a game aspect to this, and, you know, on multiple levels really. And it's fun to open chests. And in this case, if it was one of those things where I thought it was going to cost me $50 to open these chests, then absolutely I wouldn't do it. If it's going to cost me like 8 cents to open the chests, then it might be worth it. Anyway, this has kind of gotten to be a longer video than I was expecting it to be, but I hope this helps. And y'all may want to check my math and make sure I mathed everything correctly. So I'll include links in the description to all of the information I used to get these numbers. And if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And I hope y'all have an excellent day.